Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? 1st of September, the first upload of the September for the Hwanseung News. This is Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwanseung Group. Okay, just reminding you that what Hwanseung means. Hwanseung means to transfer. We're always transferring in our lives between transport, companies, countries, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Okay, Hwanseung means to transfer there. I always get free advertising every single day, probably millions and millions and millions of free mentions on the subway carriages. Okay, where you're transferring between stations, also between buses and subways. Don't forget also the machines that are saying Hwanseung there all the time, and that's why I've registered my company as that name. I eventually want to branch out into Hwanseung headhunting, Hwanseung finance, and Hwanseung real estate. Okay, in the next 5 years. Okay, so watch this space. I've been here for 15 years. It hasn't been easy, but I've come this far, and I'm not about to give it up. I'm hungry as ever. I'm hustling every day. Okay, this is all one take. There is no script. This is all raw. Okay, I'm not going to bother with any fancy editing or anything like that. There, guys, it's not cost efficient. I just want to get the news out to you every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, so you can keep up to date with the latest trends and have some good anju to talk with your colleagues and your friends and family members there. Good anju kori dewa, okay? Things to talk about, little small talk points related to the hot issues here. Well, let's get started with the first one, guys. Is North Korea preparing Crown Princess Kim Joo-ae as a successor? So we can see here, Kim Jong-un has been parading his daughter. I believe it's his first or second daughter here. It's rumored that he's got 3 children, okay? One of them is a son, but that son apparently has been kept top secret. But I've also heard a rumor that he might actually be handicapped or mentally disabled. I'm not sure. But the rumor mills are going wild right now because, Kim Jong-un, he's not exactly in the best of health. All right. And, look at this. You've got a 5-star general, okay, saluting his daughter. Okay, so she is kind of being, touted as this kind of, successor to him, and she's always been known to be wearing very flash clothes, designer clothes and stuff. Another picture here at the one of the ballistic missile launchers there. So he's not afraid. It's a very stark contrast to, his predecessors there, Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. Okay, where they were they weren't really shown from a young age, but here he is, giving this message to the North Korean public about that, he is a family man, and that his daughter probably might be ready to succeed in taking him over one day. Let's have a look at what the Korean media says, okay, with a video. All right, so let's have a look at this here.
총비서가 사망하면 누가 후계자가 될까요?
So talking, who's going to take over if Kim Jong-un dies?
최근 공개 활동을 하고 있는 김정은의 둘째 딸 김주애가
And lately it's been a second daughter, Kim Joo-ae.
하지만 국정원 판단은 다릅니다. 김정은이 세습 의지를 보여주고는 있지만 아직 후계자까지는 아니라는 겁니다.
Yes.
싱크탱크 전략 국제훈제연구소의 생각.
So think tank in America is saying that it probably might be his sister.
김정은의 자녀들이 다 크기 전이라면 김여정이 대리하겠지만 결국 김정은은 자녀들에게 4대 세습을 시도할 가능성이 높다는 겁니다.
Okay, so she might be an interim caretaker sister.
딸 김주애와 2010년생으로 알려진 첫째 아들 중에 누가 후계자가 될지는 확실치 않습니다.
So we don't know for sure. Okay, so we're not sure who could be, taking over if the think tanks in Washington, all right, and Korea, the National Intelligence Service, they're not quite sure what could be done, but I'm putting my money on Kim Joo-ae, okay, because she's had the most exposure so far. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully, it could lead to a reunification of Korea, okay, when Mr. Kim Jong-un passes away or becomes incapacitated there. Okay, all right, now let's go on to the next one, guys. All right, so this next one here is the LG H&H. All right, renames the luxury beauty brand and renewed products in China. And this one here is called the Who, the history of Who. It's been renamed the Who. It's LG's premium cosmetics and perfumes there. And what they're actually targeting is the Chinese tourists who are now being allowed to travel outside and come to Korea, because they're betting that they will avoid Japanese products and Japanese cosmetics there. So that's why they've gone for an abrupt rebranding. And that's the easiest way. That's the easiest way for a product, an existing product, to secure more market share. Is go for a corporate rebranding. Now I'll give you some examples that an LG country manager gave to me. Okay, one of my ex-students there. He was telling me about Hwanseung Tire. In the 1980s, there was a Korean tire company called Hwanseung Tire. They eventually changed their name to Nixon Tire. Okay, they upgraded some of the compound and the rubber, and they had a rebranding. Now Nixon Tire is number 3 in the country behind Kumo and Hanguk Tire. Okay, there was another example there. We had Bubang Papsot. Okay, again another 1980s brand, had a simple rebranding, upgraded some technology, and they became Kuchin. Okay, they've been Kuchin Papsot there. So you know, it goes to show an existing technology and existing product or service. All you need to do basically is the same underwear, different color. Okay, same product, different packaging. Okay, that's all you need to do, and give it a nice, good marketing strategy, and you could probably get some more market share nice and easy there. Okay, so yes, the Who cosmetics there. I mean, are you girls, for you subscribers who are watching this here, are you using the Who, or is it kind of seen as a bit of an onni, a wang onni or an onni kind of cosmetic? I'm not sure, but it is very pricey and it is very sought after by foreign tourists there. That like both Japanese and Chinese. They like to snap up this brand. Okay, I guess it's right up there with SK2 and Shiseido and Mori Pacific's brands as well. But good luck for them. Good luck. I hope they do some good sales and recover for the lost business that was lost during the COVID period there. Okay, now this next one, guys, is we got here SK Inc. sells entire stake in Socar to Lotte Rental there. So what SK Inc. was doing was they bought 17.9% of holdings in Socar in September 2000. They sold it there, okay, and they actually made 148% rate of return from its deal because they acquired Socar in 2015 for 59 billion won. All right. So, they sold the whole thing off. They also sold off their stake in Turo, a US-based peer-to-peer vehicle sharing platform. Okay, so the series of sell-offs comes at a time when SK Group is feeling the cash crunch to realize its investment promises in batteries and chips, a lot of which will be committed to the United States. So it's basically reclaiming some cash, some liquidity to come through there. Let's have a look at the stock, though, guys. Now, I had a good tip from one of my Samsung semiconductor vice presidents here. He's been telling me about Socar, how the stock options since the IPO to the staff, okay, and the executives were on a lockdown for 1 year, and that lockdown came to an end, okay, around about the 21st of the 21st or 22nd of August, and then the stock price started going up. Look at this other one here. The other increase again from the Socar SK on sale to Lotte Car Rental there. So it would have been a nice juicy investment. We're looking at a interest increase in about 25% in the last 10 days. Okay, 25% in 10 days. That's pretty healthy. That's very juicy. Okay, so yeah, is it too late to get into Socar, or do you see a future in Socar stock? I'm not quite sure. Some people are saying that the increase in Chinese tourists coming to Korea would probably boost the demand for that one there. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I think based on their year-to-date performance, okay, even when the corona things have been lifted, the COVID lockdown had been lifted, the stock was going down all the way. So maybe it's a time for a recovery. I'm not sure. You be the judge, okay? If you want, you're welcome to discuss with me your stock picks as well. I'll share you with some of my goodies as well, okay, based on my knowledge, insight, and intuition that I get on a daily basis. Okay. All right. Okay. This next one here, guys. Korean netizens are abuzz over no kids zone airline there. There's a Turkish airline, okay, that is dedicated part of their aircraft, okay, to no children under 16. All right. Now, this has generated a buzz in Korea. I flew on a red-eye flight a few days ago, and a baby on another aisle was crying all the way. I barely had an hour of sleep and nearly killed myself while driving on the freeway the next morning. I fully support that idea. So this person was lacking sleep because of a loud baby on the airline, okay, a loud kid on the airline there, and now they've heard of this opportunity that this Turkish airline is providing, okay, to have a no kids zone. How do you feel about kids on your flight? I mean, basically for me, I just enjoy having a nice whiskey on the rocks, and that gets me to sleep quite well. But usually I don't really sleep on the plane. I do find the time to go through my photos in my phone. Okay, as you can imagine, being a family man, I've got thousands of photos, and I just go ahead and start deleting ones that I don't need, and sort of cleaning up my phone and organizing what I need to do for my itinerary as I'm arriving at a destination. But yeah, some parents may be against it, but there are also who express discomfort. This is why no one will have kids anymore. I guess you guys were all born adults. I can see the person for that one there. So the spread of no kids zones or business establishments denying children access to their premises for the sake of adult customers has sharply divided public opinion. It is estimated there are over 400 restaurants, cafes identified as no kids areas in Korea. It's not against the law. It's a private business. Okay, what would you do if you were a cafe or restaurant owner and that you think that it's driving away business there? Maybe it's time that you thought you considered about implementing a no kids zone. Okay, maybe even no seniors, no students. Okay. What's happening these days, guys? What's happening? All right, now this last one, guys, here. PC방, okay, seek to hit the refresh in the post-COVID era, okay? PCbangs used to be in Korea. There was about, just before Corona, there was 21,000 registered PCbang businesses in Korea. After COVID, the latest figure is only 8,000. That's 1/3. It's dropped down to 1/3, can you believe it, okay, of PCbangs in Korea. Now, they were always known as a mecca for, you know, people to be going and playing, you know, games, okay, as a hub for gaming there. And right now, okay, a lot of these professional esport teams are actually making their own PCbangs. Nongshim Red Force, SK Telecom T1, Leave Sandbox, they have recently launched their own PCbang spaces under their brand names in the Seoul metropolitan area to hold a variety of events for their fans. I want to show you one here. The food is just amazing, guys. The food is amazing at PCbangs there. It's no more cup noodles and Coca-Cola. Some of them are actually selling raw fish, you know, sashimi sets, which I'm not sure will be okay to eat in this climate, okay, based on the Fukushima, but I'll let you be the judge of that. But yeah, it's really gourmet food. Some people don't even go for the PC, they just go for the food. Check this out. Okay, so this is the SKT T1 base camp. A lot of branding. This is Faker, the famous, probably the most famous esports gamer. Look at that. Very, very nice PCbang. High performance PCs. Hall of Fame. Look at his fans. All following him around. Okay, large screen to see gameplay. Okay, cheering room. So yeah, first in first serve when you come to the SKT T1 base camp. Check it out. I believe it's in Hongdae. Okay. Alright, very good. Okay, well anyway guys, that's been me for the first upload of the September and the last upload of the week. Okay, I'm glad to provide these kind of insights for you. Just a reminder guys that, you know, my name is Paul Wilson. If you're new to the channel, okay, this is called Hwanseung News. I'm the guy who gets the news to you the quickest, okay, with my own opinion based on my professional interaction with high performance business executives on a daily basis from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Monday to Friday. I'm averaging about 70-hour weeks, okay, just working. That's not including transportation, going hardcore, going for glory, okay? This is Hwanseung, okay? We transfer every time between transport and companies and countries, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Okay, I eventually want to grow my business into a group, start focusing on my cash cow, which is corporate business English to executives and C-level clients. Okay, on a private basis. Okay, and also getting into headhunting, Hwanseung Headhunting, which is a search firm, Hwanseung Group, which is finance, and Hwanseung Budongsan, which is real estate there. I've been here for 15 years, okay? I've been through a lot of struggles. I've touched the bottom before, and I never want to go back to the bottom again, guys. I know what it feels like, and I know how it feels to pick yourself up and get up and do it yourself, okay? It's all done by myself at the moment there, with the help of my lovely wife, okay, and the support of my lovely kids. But I will be, you know, expanding, and I will be employing others, okay, to make Korea great again, okay? Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung tonight.